Hi, this is Steve from Raphael Webscapes. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to access our content management system via WordPress. First things first, what you're going to have to do is enter your web URL. So in this case, it's raphaelwebscapes.com/wp-admin. Your web URL might differ just a little bit. It might say something like raphaelwebscapes.com/news/wp-admin or even /blog/wp-admin. We will be sending you an email that has all that information in it. So once you get to this page, you're going to want to go ahead and log in. So for this example, my username will be user_name and my password is right there. So once we enter that, we just click login or click enter on the keyboard. Okay, and now we're in a dashboard. This is the main overlay. Now let's go in over here on the left side of the navigation. We have our post, media, links, pages, comments, profile, and tools. Let's start with the post tab. Okay, so we click on the post tab, and as you can see, we have one post, which is actually your blog, or it could be your news feed, or something else we might have used it for, which we would also let you know what that is. So in order to create a new post, all you have to do is click add new. It's right here right here on the left side, on the left navigation. So click add new. And what you're going to want to do is enter a new title. So new title for post. Okay, and right here is where you'll actually be typing your information. So I'm just going to type something real quick. This is a test. Okay, so this is the actual body of your post. Now you could post something like dates. You could put URLs in it for links to other web pages. You could add pictures, videos, PDF files, anything you can think of, you can basically put in here. A little tip that'll give you the most out of this interface is just clicking this little icon over here. It's called Show Hide Kitchen Sink. So we're going to click that. Now we have a few more buttons added down here, and this gives us more control over what we're doing. So if we wanted to make this a heading, make it big font, we just click heading 1, and now we have big font. Also, if you wanted to change the color of the text, you could just highlight whatever you wanted to change. Click here, and then you just change the orange, for example. It's just this little A here. It's kind of the same thing as Microsoft Word or any other word processing program that you might use. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to add a link to your post. So say I want to take the word test. Okay, I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to click this little chain. It's actually a link. It looks like a chain link. So when you click on it, a little box will pop up, and then you'll see http://. Make sure that that stays there, otherwise the link will not go to where you want it to go. So now, say I want to link it to Raphael Webscapes, so aph.wpscps.com. Okay, there we go. I'm linking it to Raphael Webscapes, and I'm going to add a title to it saying Raphael Webscapes. What the title does is when you take your mouse cursor and you actually hover over the text, it will show you this in a little box that comes up after you hover over the text. It comes in handy for helping your website get noticed by search engines and stuff like that. So after we do that, we want to make sure that we have open link in new window/tab. Make sure we have that checked off, unless you're actually posting a link that is within your website. But whenever you post a link, I highly recommend checking off that box, so that way people have a way to get back to your website. Otherwise, they're going to get lost. So now I'm going to click add link, and there, now we have a link. As you can see, the Raphael Webscapes pops up when I hover over it. And that's how you add a link to a post. So now I'm going to show you how to add media to a post. So I'm going to add a photo first. So there's this little line that says upload/insert up here. And we have add media, add audio, add video, and add an image. For right now, I'm just going to click add an image. The add an image box pops up. Now you can do one of two things here. You can either select files from your computer. So if I click on this, I get a bunch of files that I can choose from. Or if you have already uploaded files to your media center, which I'll show you in the next step, you're going to go to media library and you can pick whatever image you want. And the third way to do this is from a URL, which you would right click on an image and paste in. And I highly recommend you don't do this because websites tend to block images that are being used by other people, so it'll show up as a broken image. So I don't recommend using this at all. Okay, so let's say that I want to upload a photo from my computer. What I would do is I would go over here, click on the From Computer tab, and then click the Select Files button, and a little pop-up will come up. Now it may look a little different on a Windows computer than it does on a Macintosh computer, but this is what it would look like on a Macintosh computer. So I'm going to go ahead and choose rwlogo.jpg. It'll upload it, and as you can see right here, it gives me a little thumbnail of what the image is going to look like. It gives me a title. To change the title, what that'll do is it will change the little box that comes up when you hover over the actual image itself. So this is good for search engine optimization, and you should get in the habit of actually using the title. So I'm going to change it to Raphael Webscapes. Okay. Alright, so now I can choose what size I actually want the image to be. I can choose to make it a thumbnail, the medium-sized image, large-sized image, or a full-sized image. I'm going to keep it a full-sized because it'll fit in there because it's small enough. You can also change the alignment of the image to be left, center, or right, or you can select it to none, which is default, and I'm just going to leave it at none for now. Alright, so we click Save Changes, and now we will click Show. Okay, and now we actually see our image that has been saved to our gallery. Now what we will do is click Insert into Post. So I click Insert into Post, and there it is right here. Okay, now to edit the image, all you have to do is click on it once, and you'll see that there's two different buttons. This one deletes it, and this one, and this one edits the image. So we're going to click on that one to edit the image. Alright, now we can see what the image would look like when it's in line with text. You can actually change the image size by percentage to make it smaller. But I'm going to leave it at 100%. And again, you can also change the alignment, which I'm going to leave the way it is. And there's the title tag again. Now what we can do is we can add a caption, and when we add a caption, it makes a nice little border that goes around the image and makes it look a little like a Polaroid film or a Polaroid photo. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Raphael Webscapes logo. Okay, I click Update. Okay, so there we go. Now the logo has been inserted into the post, and you can see that has a nice little border around it along with the caption that we entered, which is Raphael Webscapes logo. And that's how you insert an image into a post. Okay, so let's say you wanted to actually preview your posting without actually posting it, just in case, you know, maybe you don't know how something's going to look, if it's going to look properly. So basically all you would have to do is go over here above the publish button. See the blue publish button right here? Right above that we have a preview button. All you have to do is click on the preview button, and it'll actually open up a new tab or a new page, and will show you what your posting will look like inside of that page, and without actually having to publish it. So if you wanted to, you could click preview and say, okay, that's what it's going to look like. And if you don't want to publish it immediately, all you have to do is click edit, and you can actually change when you want it to publish. You can make it publish tomorrow, you can make it publish next month. You can make it look like it was published 2 weeks ago. It all can be changed right in here. And if you don't want to publish it and you're not sure when you want to publish it, just leave that alone. You just click OK, and you can actually just save it as a draft. So when you save it as a draft, it saves it, but it doesn't publish it, and it doesn't have a set time for it to be published. So now you can just hang on to it, and nothing will happen, and it won't display on your website until you're ready for it to. And when you're ready for it to actually show on your website, all you have to do is click the publish link, and it'll go up, and it'll be live on your website. Alright, now we're going to go to the Pages tab, and this is where the bread and butter comes in. This is your actual website. Okay, before we go any further with this, I just wanted to take a moment to discuss with you what exactly the difference between a post and a page is. What it comes down to basically is the post is something that gets ordered in chronological order and can be constantly updated. A page is a static thing that doesn't get updated in chronological order. So whatever you edit on your page is what is going to change. Whatever you edit in a post is going to add a new post. So let's say we edit our page and we put new content on. It's going to remove the old content and put the new content on. Now if we were to do that with the post, when we create a new post, it's just going to add a new post. Usually posts are used for blogs and events and stuff like that. It all depends on what you requested when we set up your WordPress site. So if you have any more questions about the differences, feel free to contact me. My email address is steve@raphaelwebscapes.com, and I'll try my best to help you out. Whatever you do not click add new when it comes to pages. At least not without consulting us first. If you click add new page and it adds a new page to your website will most likely get messed up, and you will have extra buttons in your navigation. It'll throw the design totally off. So let's look here. I have an example page that I made already. I'm going to click on that, and this is an example page. As you can see, this is kind of the same concept as editing in post. So you can also add images, you can add video, you can add audio, you can add all kinds of stuff in here. It's the same concept as using the post tab, except it's actual pages. So to change this, we would just select the text, change the text to whatever we wanted it to, and then we would click update. And that's how you use the edit page tab. The profile tab is basically for user experience. So if we wanted to change the theme, we would just click blue and update profile. And there, now we have a blue sidebar. If we want to change it back to gray, we click gray, and now we have a gray sidebar. This is where we can go in to actually change your name. Right here, you get your first name, last name, add a different username, nickname. The nickname will actually be what shows up publicly. So if you were to make a new post, it would show up as username, and you can actually change it to show whatever you would like, whatever name you would like. You can show your first name, your last name, your full name, last name, and then first name. Otherwise, it just shows your username by default. You can add an email address, website, and other social media stuff. To change your password, you just go to the very bottom of the profile page and you would start entering your new password. And there's a strength indicator down here. So if I were to start typing, see, it tells me right now my password is weak. Now my password's at medium, and that's acceptable for me. So I'm just going to go in and retype it again, make sure it matches. If it doesn't match, you'll see that you get a red error that says mismatch. And that's how you know your passwords are not correct. When they're both matched up, it'll tell you what your password strength is. So in this case, it's medium. And I'll just go in and click update profile. And that's basically how you use our content management system via WordPress. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us, and have a nice day.